Well, hey guys, Houston Kilby here. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get on in the shop here. We got a lot of cool things to talk about today. We ran into some problems. Things heavily escalated on the Jeep Scrambler build. Anytime you're building something, there's always something or multiple things that leads into tons more work than was ever wanted. Seriously, it just happens. But came across the problem. Let's get on in here. Let me show you guys the problem. Alright, so over here on the floor, if you guys can see it, we have ourselves a mess. Dana 44 out of the Jeep Scrambler build ran into something here. This front end must have been up underneath a very heavily lifted Jeep or truck at one point in time or another, because of, come to find out, someone has cut and changed the angles of the outer C's there, and which has caused problems for us because of the size tire that we're running on this Jeep. The owner didn't know it happened, and we didn't know it happened either. And it was something we just kind of, once we started getting everything laid out, was like, oh, we got a problem here. Now, that's one problem, which is fixable. It means we just have to cut the outers off and change the angle there and weld them all back up. Not that big a deal, but still a lot of hours, still a lot of downtime of just to fix this problem so we can just get it bolted up underneath the Jeep. That's one thing. Another thing we came across, the ball joints are completely killed in it, and also one of the axles is bent, or something bad is going on with one of the axles. We do know the splines are twisted. I'll show that to you here in just a minute, but the axle must have been jumping up and down in there, and just, I mean, it almost beat the ball joints to the point of there's not much ball joint left type deal. There was some violence going on in there. So let's look at those splines. I thought it was really cool seeing that, some twisted splines, but what a mess. Let's check it out. All right, I hope in the film there, or in the camera, that you can see where these things are twisted at. I don't know if you can see it or not. Sometimes the film, something right in there. See how it's kind of humping right in there? It's not good, guys. Not good. But we can get ourselves some new axles. We know we're going to be putting new brakes on it anyways. Get new ball joints put on it. The seal was leaking real bad right here anyways. So we knew we had several problems that are going on. So looks like we're going to be overhauling this 44 here in some upcoming videos. So that'd be cool with that, but that added a lot of work right there. That being said, these things happen sometimes, and you've got to, push through, keep on going, keep on rocking. So that being said, luckily my dad's been helping us out big time past few weeks on this build. Ever since we started this build, he's been a huge help. So luckily I got some filming of him working on some sheet metal work. He's been doing some heavy work on the inside of this thing. When I go over here to show it to you, it looks really good. We made several brackets together, and he has been fabricating up the covers around the shifters for the four-wheel drive high and low. I know a few videos back we talked about the problems with that. And enough is talking. Let's get to watching him building that. It's a very cool cover he made for this old Jeep right here, and I think you guys will really enjoy the video. So sit back and enjoy. We got a lot of different stuff filming wise you guys are gonna get to see today, and let's have a good time and make the best of it. Okay guys, this is one of the projects in today's video, just one of the many, but we've got to figure out a way to cover up this hole. And I think Dad's got this deal under control, and I'm gonna let him go wide open with this thing, and let's see what he comes up with here. Alrighty guys, old Mr. Dad there, man, he's hard at work here. He's got himself a hammer formed, and what he's doing is he is beating this sheet metal around this form. You guys have seen some videos in the past where Dad done some demonstrations of hammer forms and shrinker and stretcher and stuff like that. And right now we're actually putting this to use in a project we got going on the Jeep. Again, this is going to be the cover for the four-wheel drive high and low levers. And right now he's bending over the inside. Right there is actually where the shifters will be sticking through. I know right now it's kind of hard to kind of figure out what's going on here, but once this piece starts going together, I think you guys will really like what's going to happen there. But we're going to kind of sit back here and let Dad do some hammering here. It's kind of hard to really explain how much hammering goes on into this deal here. You know, it takes a lot of time. Each one of these pieces, you know, it takes a good amount of hours to build something like this because it's so one-off. But I think this thing turns out really nice. Check this out right here. Oh yeah, looking good. Dad knocked this thing right out of the park. Alrighty guys, so you guys can tell we got this cover coming out really nice here. You'll have to cut it up here in a minute and actually get it fitted in the floorboard, but right here you can just kind of see how this thing's looking, and I think this thing's looking good. But while he is working on that, I'm actually splitting off and working on the dash. I got some pieces I'm working on, and there you go, you can see the old man there working on getting this thing tacked up. And I tell you what, man, he's been knocking this thing out. It's looking good. But here you go. He's got the cutoff wheel here going to town, and he's going full send on cutting this thing apart. It's amazing how big you got to make it and how much we got to cut off of it. And boy, I tell you, check that dude out. It's looking really, really good. And we don't even have the boot on it yet. We don't even have the aluminum trim that we're going to put on top of it to kind of match what's going on the dash there. You guys will get to see that coming up very soon in another video. But yeah, things looking good. All right, so back to this dash. I know we're kind of flip-flopping around here. This is a piece I've been working on while Dad's working on that, and I'm very, very happy with it. Alrighty guys, time to put a helmet hook in this thing. The customer asked for that, so I'm going to show you guys how we built that. So let's get to it. Alright guys, it's time to put the doors on this daggum thing. Let's get to it. Alrighty guys, as I said before, these videos here, man, we're gonna have a lot of stuff piled all into one, and we're getting these stainless steel, good looking hinges on this Jeep Scrambler here. These doors are looking really, really good. I'm very, very happy the way these things are looking here. Check this out. Oh dang guys, we're getting the doors in. Boom, that's what I'm talking about. We are still contemplating. I'm waiting to hear back from Toby if we're going to put the windows in this thing yet or not. I think this thing has like some removable windows. They don't crank up and down or electric ones. They're just kind of like mechanical windows that you just actually physically take in and out. We really need those to make sure we can final fit all the fitment of this top and stuff before we finalize everything. So we're kind of waiting on that before we can finish the doors, the alignment of the doors. Right now I've just kind of got everything to where I've got enough adjustment everywhere to do whatever. So right now they're just kind of on there. There will be some final fitment of getting all the gaps and everything right on it, so hang tight with me on that, on the fitment of that, so don't anybody panic out there. I know how some of my buddies are like, oh man, you got a big gap over there and real tight down here, what the heck, man. No, we'll fix it. We'll get there. Just right now it's on there. I've got plenty of adjustment back and forth and up and down. It just, I had to get started somewhere. Okay, so that takes care of that section. And also we got the passenger one on there too. That one's looking really good. You just saw the footage of that. The other thing is this little dash dude right here, man, this little piece right here, oh my Lord, Goodness gracious. That little piece is kind of kicking my butt. Trying to figure out something that looks good while you're actually sitting in the driver's seat, because now you can actually see the screen through here and it looks pretty decent. I didn't like having this mounted flush up against here. It didn't look good at all, and you couldn't see most of it because the steering wheel covered some of the screen up, but now you can see it really good. I like it, and also it looks pretty trick too. We will most likely cover up these holes back here in the back here. We will have big wires going back through there for all of the cables going in and out of the dash here, but we'll do something trick back in here to clean all that up. So that's looking good. Very happy with that. Dad is going to be wrapping up on that shifter cover over there in the next video, so you guys will get to see that thing finish up in the next one there. So I think that kind of takes care of that. I'm going to jump back on that front housing, do a little bit of cutting on that thing, and then that will probably wrap up this episode for this one. So let's hang tight, keep on doing some work here and getting some stuff done. Alrighty guys, we're full send on getting this Dana 44 tore down. I thought I'd slap some footage up here of actually tearing this thing down. I hollered at my Uncle Blaine and I was like, hey man, I kind of need your help here on, you know, kind of showing me what to do on some of this. And he was a big help there. He'll definitely jump back on his builds. I just kind of need some guidance from him on what to do on some of these things. I've taken some of these apart before, but not as extensive as what this one needed. Now you guys can kind of see me here cutting on this bad boy, and what I'm trying to do is actually cut the welds out and around the outer C's there, so we can actually break these things loose, and you guys will see that in a very soon video. But it's time to take a break. I'm off for the weekend. It's when all this footage is being taken. It's time to actually do some cooking, and I'm glad to be off and enjoy some times with some friends and family. Alrighty guys, we haven't done this in a long time. Used to in our videos, we'd have like a little cooking session there. It's just something I like to do when I'm out in the shop working on the weekends. And where we've been dealing with that front end on the front of that Jeep, by golly, it's time for a steak. So I'm gonna walk you guys through this. This is my gearhead race car steak cooking lesson of the day. Is that about right, Jesse? Yep. All right, so first step, of course, you want to get your grill going. I like using charcoal. It's just Kingsford. There's nothing else better to use than just that. That's just my opinion. It's easy to use, gets good heat, tastes real good. Now, let's talk about the best part, the meat. Come on over here.
Don't get that camera down knee then.
That's right. Jesse, he's ready to tear into it right now. You gotta watch him when it comes to the food now. All right, now, we got ourselves two different styles of steaks over here, okay? Personally, I like ribeyes. Hannah, she likes ribeyes, but Mr. Jesse, he likes T-bones, okay?
See it.
And what we like to do is, Hannah, she's kind of come up with this secret here, secret sauce, let's say. And the secret is letting it marinate for what? How long you let it marinate for, boo?
Until it cools down.
Yeah. About 30 minutes to an hour is what she likes to do there. Now,
or warms up, I guess, not cools down.
we've found this sauce right here, brown sugar, bourbon from Food City, is the bomb. It's already pre-mixed up. It's in liquid form. You pour it in there, let it soak. Hey, it's good stuff.
I can eat it right out of the package.
Yeah, Jesse, he likes it pretty good too. It's got one heck of a smell to it. So I'm gonna zoom in here, let you guys see this here. I'm gonna let these coals kind of cool down there, and then we'll slap these things on the grill.
Enjoy the sizzle.
Enjoy the sizzle, y'all. Yeah, that's right. We work on cars, and then we do all of our cooking on the same table. It's just part of it, y'all. All right, boys. Coals are starting to get cooled off there a little bit. And what I mean by that is, see how there's still some flames on it? You want to get rid of that before you put your meat on there. Reason for it, you still got a bunch of that lighter fluid on there, and I don't like that taste on my meat, just saying. All right, now this is another trick I'm gonna show you, and get your level out. All right, put your level on your grill, okay? See how we got the grill leveled out? Reason I like doing that is so all my juices don't run the heck off there.
Yeah, man.
It's a
want
bad
it
deal.
just to sit in one spot,
Yeah,
get all that meat, juice, spice, make sweet love, and then bam, you got an egg of a baby.
that's right. Just bam. That's right. I've got it going there, folks. Oh yeah, guys. It's time to slap this meat on here. Now, something I like to do is I like to let things get warmed up in here before I actually put the meat on there. It just kind of seems to help let the meat cook better, and it just seems to work good. It's another thing I like to do. Get them juices.
Get you a nice bed, man.
That's right. You gotta make a good little bed there. If you don't, your meat will start to stick on there, and it's not gonna work out too hot for you. All right, ribeye, and then Jesse's famous T-bone steak right there.
See ya.
That's Jesse's. Oh, but I don't want to drop it now.
No, Lord.
Jesse might just cry on
The
us there.
sweet spot of the cow, man.
Yeah. All right, now on these I like a little bit of sear on them. We'll bring our heat up. We'll sear each side for a minute, then we'll flip them, and then we'll let these bad boys cook.
Yes, sir.
Let's have a good time, get some good grilling going. Alrighty guys, while our steak here is searing, we got that bubble action going really good. Now, me and Jesse was swapping words here on what the heck this was even called there for a minute, but our asparagus wrapped in bacon with some good old cream cheese in there. You can get this at Food City as well. They got like a pepper and like a garlic seasoning that's on them. Really, really good. We'll slap those on the grill too at the same time. Pretty good stuff right here. That's right. Now on these dudes, you want to be careful on cooking these. If you burn the bacon too quick, and zucchini don't actually cook there at the same time.
Asparagus nice and perfect.
Yeah, asparagus. I don't know why I won't call it zucchini.
And get it nice and perfect. That way you can take a bite of it and it all breaks.
Yeah, it's just good.
You ain't dragging a big old chunk of asparagus with you when you get a bite from it.
That's right. It's good old goodness right there. All right, I'm gonna check these steaks. I think I'm gonna need a little bit longer on the searing. Yep, they still need a little bit. Yep. Oh yeah, there we go.
Times, man.
There we go.
Heats won't even want to get to that food.
That's right. Go ahead.
Now, guys, imagine me at a swimming pool. That's what I look like rolling over on a float.
Oh Lord. Alrighty guys and gals, we're finishing up on these steaks here. We're getting ready to tear into these things. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you guys like to cook out in the shop when you're having a long week at work or a long week at the shop working on your hot rods or whatever you may be into. I challenge you to tell us what you guys like to cook on your grill. It's always a good time getting to cook out in the shop, and we all definitely really enjoy it. And it's a very, very relaxing way to end out the week. But till next time, you guys be sure to have a good time, and we'll see you all on the next one.